Suns from Johnson University of Florida. Before we begin, we'd like to ask everyone to please stand for prayer and our national anthem. Father, we thank you as we always do for the blessings you give us every day, for the blood of salvation through the blood of Christ, Lord. We ask you to protect these young ladies on the court, keep everyone free from harm and injury. Take care of the Suns as they travel home tonight, Father. We want to see a good game, but above all, that every action, even on the court, be glorifying to you. In your name we pray. Amen. Introducing our starting lineups, beginning with our guests, the Suns from Johnson University of Florida. At guard, freshman number 0, Megan Garcia. At forward, at guard, freshman from Thomasville, Georgia, number 4, Tia Brooks. At guard, a freshman from Sebring, Florida, number 13, Rachel Watts. At guard, a freshman from Miami, Florida, number 20, Destiny Coakley. And at guard, a freshman from Orlando, Florida, number 23, Paez de Jesus. The Suns are led by head coach Mr. Elliot Hernandez in his first year out of Troy University, and Coach Hernandez is assisted by Ms. Andrea Ayala. And now the starting lineup for the home team, Trinity Baptist College Eagles. At guard, 5'9" sophomore from Haines City, Florida, number 5, Ebony Smith. At guard, a 5'5" sophomore from Palm Coast, Florida, number 10, Selena Perez. At forward, a 5'9" freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, number 1, Trinity Sneed. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida, number 21, Tamra Brown. And at guard, 5'7" sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida, number 23, Michelle Jones. And the Eagles are led by head coach Miss Judy Allen in her 5th season from Minot State College, and she is assisted by Alicia Lewis and Tim Lewis. And the officials for tonight's ball game are Misters Aaron Rollins, Buck Price, and Ray
And good evening, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau and Brashawn Bradford working the camera for women's basketball within the NCCAA South Region. This is a conference matchup between the Eagles and the Johnson University of Florida Suns, and the Eagles have won the opening tip. Trinity Baptist 4-11 on the season, 3-5 in South Region play. Selena Perez takes the first shot of the ball game, and she continues where she left off in the last ball game when she drained 8 3-point shots against Trinity College of Florida. And we'll try to get you some more information about these two teams in just a moment. Perez knocks down the ball, picked up by Tamara Brown, and the Eagles already leading 3-0. Quickly up the court goes Ebony Smith. She finds Perez, works it inside, turnaround jumper from Trinity Sneed, and a very fast 5 points on the board for the TBC Eagles. Trinity Baptist has defeated Toccoa Falls College twice and Trinity College of Florida once, and they lost to Pensacola Christian twice as the Suns get their first shot of the ball game, and it falls through. That basket is good from Diaz de Jesus, who averages 7.5 points per game, and it's a 5-2 lead for the Eagles. Trinity Baptist has also fallen to Bob Jones University and Toccoa Falls College, so it's one win against Toccoa. And this is a South Region game. We'll tell you about the Suns at the next opportunity, as that shot from Perez does not go, and the ball is picked up in the corner by Rachel Watts. Quick transition up the court to the left side of the paint, and we have a ball out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Ebony Smith. Suns will keep possession with 21 on the shot clock. Ball game just underway. Only a minute 28 into the first quarter, so pull up a chair and enjoy some exciting women's basketball here on the west side of Jacksonville. That one goes over everybody into the hands of Tamara Brown. Ebony Smith brings it up the court, finds Perez, tries to get it inside, but her pass deflected and grabbed by Tia Brooks. So the interception by the Suns, and they have a chance to possibly tie the game. Garcia could not get off the shot, but found help at the top of the arc, and we have a traveling violation called against the Suns. Johnson University is 5-19, but they are 3-2 in South Region play. Suns defeated Trinity Baptist 76-66 back on January 28th. Suns average 62 points per game and allow 87. TBC averages 54 and allows 66. Brown inside the paint. Her layup did not go. Loose ball grabbed by Sneed and then stolen away. Tia Brooks on the steal. Trying to get around one. Good defense by Perez, and we'll have a jump ball, and a great job by Selena Perez working all the way back to the defensive side of the court, avoiding the foul and forcing the jump ball. It is Suns ball, but again, credit Perez with the defense. Garcia guarded by Smith. Tries to get inside, and a ball stolen away by Ebony Smith, and then we have a foul right after the steal, and that's going against Megan Garcia. It is the first foul of the game for either team. Excellent defense by the TBC Eagles. Jayla Green checks in for Selena Perez. 7:20 left to go in the first quarter, and Eagles lead 5-2 in case you missed the opening. Perez with a three, Trinity Sneed with a short jumper, and a basket by DeJesus for Johnson. This one is out of bounds off the hands of Tamara Brown, and it will go over to the Suns. Bailey Ansbaugh not starting now, but she put up 26 points against Trinity Baptist back on January 28th. This is Rachel Watts. Up top to Garcia, found an opening, but the defense plugged the gap quickly. Garcia pulls up and drains a three, and we're tied at 5. Megan Garcia, 20 points in her games. That's her average of the games that she has played in. Sneed had a little trouble, had the shot rejected, was able to keep the ball. That's Michelle Jones for three, off the rim, and looks like we're going to have a foul called against Trinity Sneed over the back. That is her first, and it is team foul number 1 as well. Hello to Miss Keisha Jones cheering on the Suns, letting us know you're watching on the top chat. And here comes Bailey Ansbaugh, who averages 13.6 and again 26 points against the Eagles down in Kissimmee on January 28th. Garcia had 16 and DeJesus had 13 for the Suns. Spin move off the glass does not go, and a terrific rebound by Garcia. She pulls back behind the three-point line, fires it off, but it hits off the front of the rim. Ebony Smith had 19 to lead the Eagles. Perez had 10, and Newton put up 15. And a very well-played game by both teams that the Suns came away winning. Ball batted around and knocked in the hands of Tia Brooks. So now Suns have an opportunity to take their first lead of the night. Tied at 5, just past the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Knocked down by Green, grabbed by Sydney Veach. Both teams hustling up and down on the court since we tipped off. That one does not go, but the layup, no good from Green. A third opportunity, and Jayla Green is on the board. She is TBC's leading scorer at 13.1. And Eagles reclaim the lead at 7-5. Suns will slow it down this time up the court. Garcia fires off the three, and she hits her second of the game already. And Megan Garcia, according to the stats page on NCCAA for the Suns, has hit three-pointers numbers 14 and 15 here in the early going. That's Jayla Green going up for the underhand layup and drawing the foul, and it looks like Garcia. If so, that will be her second, and that is the call. Second team foul for the Suns as well. Jayla Green at the line, and she's done a terrific job at 73% on the season. And a substitution before the free throws. Number 22 is Nani Gray, and number 2 is Tamara Brooks onto the court for Coach Elliot Hernandez of Johnson University of Florida. Green with her first shot, and it is good. As a team, the Eagles are shooting a very respectable 63% on the season, and free throw number 2, a little bit too strong, grabbed by Garcia. She uses her speed to get up the court very quickly, but her pass goes astray, and the official knocked the ball and kept it in bounds, but Sydney Veach was able to pick it up for the Eagles. Green thought about the three, instead went inside. The underhand layup, no good. Rebound pulled down by Nani Gray. Three-point shot for the Suns off the rim. That was Destiny Coakley. And this one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Veach. It hit the rim, so 20 seconds go on the shot clock. We're tied at 8. 2 3-pointers for Megan Garcia. 1 for Selena Perez. Trinity Sneed now heads off in favor of Moesha Jones, who on the softball field last night almost had her first college home run. It was over the fence, but it got robbed by the Edward Waters College left fielder. And the discussion is about the shot clock, where to set that, and it's going to go to 26 seconds. Suns inbound with a chance to claim their lead. Inside the paint, a turnaround, and a put in by Nani Gray gives the Suns their first lead of the game, and it's 10-8. Gray averages 5.6 points per game, now with 2 here in the first quarter. That's Jones for 3, a little too strong. Rebound pulled down by Gray, and she'll get across the timeline and allow her teammates to get into position. Garcia's already hit 2 3-pointers, guarded by Moesha Jones. 4 minutes left in the first. 10-8, Johnson leads. Ball knocked away by Moesha Jones, and she picks it up, and with the steal, gives her team a chance to tie the game. Ebony Smith inside the paint, and we're going to have a jump ball, it looks like. That is the call. Both Garcia and Gray got back quickly. Eagles have the arrow, and they will inbound with 24 on the shot clock. Ebony Smith pumps, pulls inside, and gets the basket. Got the bounce off the back of the rim, and it dropped in to tie us back up at 10. Eagles scored the first 5. Johnson came back to tie it up, and then it's been back and forth since then. Here we are at 10-10. Great pass inside to Garcia. She will draw the foul and go to the line. That is number 1 on Michelle Jones and team foul number 2. Garcia on the season, 82% from the line, 63 for 77. That is a fantastic free throw performance. First of 2, Garcia trying to put her team back in front. Number 1 is in and out. This is the final home game for TBC Eagles basketball for both the women and the men's team here in 2019-20. Free throw number 2 is good. It's 11-10, and Garcia has 7 of those 11 points. The gentlemen are scheduled to tip off at 7. Obviously, that depends on how long this game lasts. But our final home game, as Jones' shot is too strong, and it goes right in the hands of Ansbaugh. Tamara Brown knocked it out of bounds, and Suns will have possession. No, my mistake. I thought he called it out on Eagles. He said it's Eagles' ball. Long pass to Green, a long three-pointer, a little bit too strong, and Garcia pulls down another rebound. There you see the gentleman from Johnson University of Florida ready to take on the Eagles a little later tonight. That three-pointer off the rim. Sydney Veach with the rebound, and she hits Ebony Smith on the bounce pass. Smith goes inside and draws the foul. That is team foul number 3 on the Suns. I believe that was called on Nani Gray, if I saw it correctly. If so, that is her first. And Ebony Smith, another very good free throw shooter, misses her first, however. Still has a chance to tie the game. Smith at 65% on the season. This one could tie it back up at 11. And free throw number 2 is good. She goes 1 for 2. The Eagles are 2 for 4. And we're tied at 11 with 2:36 left in the first quarter. Suns slow things down as Gray looking for a chance to advance the ball. She hits Garcia in the corner, but 1-on-2. Garcia then gets it back to Gray, but her pass intended was stolen by Sydney Veach in a long pass up the court, football style. Jayla Green unable to corral it, and Bailey Ansbaugh comes up with the possession. Just about to hit the 2-minute mark, which we do right now, and this one goes out of bounds, knocked away by the Eagles. Suns keep possession with 21 on the shot clock. Just past the 2-minute mark. We're tied at 11, first quarter. Pass inside to Ansbaugh, and the short jumper bounces in and out. Garcia made a heads-up play as she was about to fall out of bounds. Threw the ball off the body of an Eagles defender and keeps possession for Johnson. Michelle Jones in for Ebony Smith. And the Suns have 19 on the shot clock. Inbound pass and a quick jumper is good from Lindsay Cranmar. She's on the board. And it's 13-11. Johnson leads. Veach goes inside the paint, pulls up, and a rebound by Cranmer. Here's Garcia all the way up the hole. Contact, no call, and she misses the layup, and now the Eagles could tie the score. Jones inside the paint, off the glass, no good, and out of bounds, off the hands of Moesha Jones. Missed opportunity for the Eagles, and the Suns now have a chance to extend a current 2-point lead. Rachel Watts back onto the court. Suns 13, Eagles 11 with 1:12 left in the first quarter. Cranmer in the corner, guarded by Moesha Jones, and we have a whistle. Believe that was just out of bounds as Jones was able to knock it out of the hands of Lindsey Cranmer. Watts takes the inbound pass. She thought about the three, then fed Gray in the corner. And the Suns work it back outside. There's Rachel Watts for three off the front of the rim, and Moesha Jones does the right thing and lets it go out of bounds to allow her and her teammates to get up into position. Under a minute to go in the first. Eagles trailing by 2, but have a chance to tie it or possibly take the lead with a three-point play. Jayla Green for the lead. Yes! 6 points in the first quarter for Jayla Green. The three-pointer puts the Eagles up by 1 at 14-13. Suns will get a shot off as shot clock now at 21 at the whistle and the game clock at 28.3. And we'll see who gets called for the foul. That will be Sydney Veach with her first and team foul number 3. 21 on the shot clock, 28.3 on the game clock in the first quarter. Long pass over the head of Gray, but she's able to track it down. Green almost with the steal. Three-pointer is off the back of the rim by Nani Gray. And now the Eagles will probably play for the last shot. 13 seconds as Jones crosses the midcourt stripe. A long three by Green. And this one bounces up and over the backboard, and that allows the Suns a chance to get up the court with 7.9 seconds and to finish the first quarter possibly with the lead if they're able to convert. Garcia back onto the court. Rachel Watts out. Again, 7.9 seconds remaining. Jayla Green forces Nani Gray to pick up the ball and start the clock. 4 seconds left. Gray goes inside, makes contact, hits the layup high off the glass, and a terrific job by Nani Gray getting her second basket and putting the Suns ahead 15-14 with the buzzer-beating layup. So after one, it's Johnson University of Florida 15, Trinity Baptist College Eagles 14. Both teams have 2 games remaining in the regular season. On Saturday, Johnson is at Toccoa Falls College for a South Region matchup. That game will begin at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and then Johnson will finish the regular season down in Newport Richey to battle the Tigers of Trinity College of Florida. That is February 18th at 4 p.m. Trinity Baptist will play their final 2 regular season games on the road against South Region competition. Next Thursday, the Eagles are at Toccoa Falls College for a 5 p.m. tip-off time. And then on Saturday the 22nd, it's Trinity Baptist at Bob Jones University. And that will close out the regular season. And then the South Region tournament will begin on February 27th, played at Bob Jones in Greenville, South Carolina. Gentlemen's game scheduled to start at 7 p.m. and the men have the same schedules remaining that we just read off for the women's. The tip-off times we gave you for the ladies, add 2 hours to that, and that's the tip-off times for each of the men's game. Johnson at Toccoa and Trinity College, and then Trinity Baptist at Toccoa and Bob Jones University, and that will close out the regular season. So this is our final basketball broadcast of the 2019-20 season. Very glad that you're able to join us all season long, Eagles fans and fans of all of our visitors to Trinity Gymnasium as well. We certainly appreciate them. And we look forward to doing a whole lot more basketball in the coming academic year. Second quarter ready to begin. Rachel Garcia will inbound for Johnson. And the Suns lead 15-14. That buzzer beater by Nani Gray on the layup gave the Suns the 1-point lead. Second quarter now underway. Green knocked the ball away from Watts, but Garcia's right there to pick it up for the Suns. To the corner, three-pointer. And that is DeJesus with the three and giving the Suns a 4-point lead. Taez DeJesus, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, now has 5. Eagles work the ball to Green in the corner. The bounce pass gets away from Brown and it's picked up by Rachel Watts. She will slow things down and allow her teammates to get up court. Same play we saw a moment ago, but this three-pointer attempt from DeJesus, though, does not go. Second chance, no good from Tia Brooks. Missed opportunity for the Suns on that trip up the court. That's Michelle Jones for 3. Banks it in off the glass. And Michelle Jones, who averages 4.5 on the board with 3, and it pulls the Eagles to within 1. 18-17, just past the 9-minute mark of the second period. Garcia fires up the 3. It's off the rim, and Michelle Jones right there for the rebound. Along with Jones, it's Moesha Jones, Jayla Green, Sydney Veach, Tamara Brown. Jones able to pick it back up. Feeds Brown. Three-pointer. Whoa! It hit off the backboard, the rim, the backboard, the rim again. And dropped in, and a three-pointer for Tamara Brown. Said this before, it doesn't matter how it gets through the cylinder as long as it gets through, and the Eagles lead by 2. Garcia gets inside the arc. Guarded now by Veach, is able to find help to her left. The three-pointer a little too strong from DeJesus. Loose ball grabbed by the Eagles. Moesha Jones picks it up off the floor. .20 seconds on the shot clock. Michelle Jones just hit a 3 a moment ago. This one a little wide to the right. Garcia grabs a loose ball off the floor and makes it quickly up the left side of the court. Garcia runs the baseline, collides with Sydney Veach, and is called for the charge. Veach hit the floor hard, and let's hope she is all right. Still on her back, and we're going to have an official timeout as Coach Allen and our athletic trainer check on Sydney Veach. Again, she hit the floor hard after the foul. So we'll pause here and resume in just a minute. Good sight to see Sydney Veach get up and head off to the corner. She'll be attended to by the trainer. You might have seen the officials having a discussion. It was all about whether or not that really was a charge call to make sure everything is correct. They did the right thing and got together. The call stands, and that is foul number 3 on Megan Garcia. Now a couple of Eagles, including the coach, is going to wipe up the moisture on the floor, and our thoughts right now with Sydney Veach, who went up into the locker room, and she comes back out, still holding the back of her head. And she hit the floor pretty hard on that last collision. Ebony Smith brings it up court with the Eagles leading by 2, 20-18, clock running at 7:24 in the second quarter. Smith takes the pass back, goes inside, and an offensive foul called against Ebony Smith, and that'll be her first. And team foul number 1 for the Eagles in the second quarter. Each team has now committed 1 foul. Eagles still lead by 2. Suns looking to tie it or take the lead. Ball worked to the left side, knocked away by Smith, but the Suns get it right back, and the short jumper from Tia Brooks is good. That's her first score of the night. She averages 7.9, and we're tied at 20. These two played a really good ball game down in Kissimmee on January 28th. Johnson won it by 10. Turnaround jumper from Snee, no good, and DeJesus with the rebound. Both teams made 23 baskets. The difference was the Suns converted 5 more three-pointers and 5 more free throws than the Eagles did. That's the total of 10 points right there. 5 points total coming from the three-pointers is what I meant to say. That shot missed. Smith with the rebound. Eagles could reclaim the lead. It's been a back-and-forth affair so far. Perez takes the pass, finds Smith, but the pass is out of reach and out of bounds. Hello to Miss Calcina Major, mother of Eagles player Tabitha Major, cheering on the Eagles in the final home game of the season. Thank you, Ms. Major, for letting us know you're watching here on the live feed. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast all season long. We've had some Wi-Fi issues in the gym recently. Right now, from my screen, it looks like things are looking pretty good. Thank you to Dante McNeil and Charles Anderson. Here is a long three from Garcia off the back of the rim. Dante and Charles leading the tech staff here at Trinity Ministries. A three-pointer for Melanie Newton. Missed wide to the right, and that one's out of bounds. Not much Ebony Smith could do with that one. It was going to land out of bounds, and she tried to make a play to get it back in, but was unable to hold on to the ball before hitting the floor. So she had to come down with the ball in her hands, and now the Suns have an opportunity to regain the lead. Teams have traded leads several times throughout the first quarter and a half. Not quite halfway through the second yet, but getting close. And we're going to have a foul called against Trinity Baptist. That is Melanie Newton with her first, and it's team foul. Well, it says number 1 on the board, but Ebony Smith was called for a charge earlier, so that should be team foul number 2. So 5:26 left until halftime, 20 on the shot clock. Brooks feeds Garcia at the top of the arc. Newton on guard, and Garcia is able to find Brooks again, and Brooks takes the short jumper from inside the paint. Her first basket gives the Suns a 2-point lead. Five minutes left in the second quarter, 22-20, Johnson University leads. Eagles work it around the perimeter to Jayla Green on the left side, and Smith takes the pass, 7 to shoot. Jones for 3, off the rim, grabbed by Brown. Eagles keep possession. Shot clock resets to 20. Smith calling out the plays to her teammates, goes up to the left side of the arc. Jump shot off the rim and pulled in by Garcia. Good defense by the Eagles, forces Johnson to retreat close to, not quite to midcourt. Garcia now just behind the free throw line. Smith on guard. Garcia pulls up. Ebony Smith got some fingertips on that shot and deflected it away from the basket. Now Trinity Baptist with a chance to tie or take the lead. And we're going to have a blocking foul called against Johnson University. We'll see which Sun gets the call. That is Tamara Brooks with her first. Eagles will inbound with 21 on the shot clock as Destiny Coakley checks in for Megan Garcia. Brown pulls up, shot in and out, and rebounded by Brooks. Tamara Brooks, number 2, Tia Brooks, number 4, and it's Tia with the possession, and she gives it up to Coakley near midcourt. 3:41 and counting until halftime. The Suns lead by 2, and we have a whistle. Push-off foul called against Tamara Brooks. That's her second. And the Eagles will inbound with another opportunity to at least tie the score. Smith feeds Jones, thought about the three, but Tamara Brooks right on top of her. Feed to Green in the corner, off the rim, and Tia Brooks with the rebound. Coaxley gets around Smith, tries to go up for the layup, and a foul will be called against Ebony Smith. That is her second, and we'll have a couple of free throws coming to Destiny Coakley. Coakley from the line, 53%, 74 out of 140 free throw attempts. Looking to extend a current 2-point lead. Destiny Coakley with her first free throw. It is off the rim to the left side. 3:12 left in the second quarter, and at the scorer's table is Thais De Jesus ready to check in at the next opportunity. Coakley's second free throw is good. Her first point of the game, and it's a 3-point lead for the Suns. Here comes De Jesus, and heading off to make way is Bailey Einsbaugh. 23-20, Johnson leads, 3 minutes and 7 seconds left and counting. Great to see Veach back on the court after the collision at center off to the sideline a little while ago, and we have contact and a ball out of bounds. Eagles will keep possession. 15 on the shot clock. Jones inbounds to Green, right back to Jones. Couldn't get the shot off as De Jesus is on top of her, and this one hits off the leg of Melanie Newton and gives it back to Johnson with 2:51 left in the second quarter. Coakley works it across the timeline. Suns looking for a good opportunity to tack on to a 3-point lead. Eagles keeping them outside, but here goes Coakley, high off the glass, and the rebound will draw the whistle. That one hit the top of the backboard, so the whistle was for out of bounds. Now two officials want to make sure of the call. And now one official is saying that an Eagles player blocked the shot, so it hit off the backboard after the block. That means it is Suns' possession. And again, the officials did the right thing by getting together to make sure they got the call correct. Johnson has 6 seconds to get off the shot, leading by 3, 23-20. Pass inside, knocked away by Sneed. No time ticks off the clock. Another inbound for the Suns. And going to the line will be Gray. Melanie Newton with her second foul. Nani Gray will shoot 2. Gray's first free throw is good, giving the Suns a 4-point lead. Gray at 56% from the line on the season. Hit her first, and number 2 goes under the rim and out of bounds. So 24-20, Johnson leads with 2:23 left until the intermission. Worked around to Green in the corner, back up top to Veach. Eagles keep the ball moving and off the floor. Sneed's shot does not go, and Newton knocked that one out of bounds. Back over to the Suns. Four-point lead for Johnson at 24-20. 2 minutes right now. Destiny Green, former Eagles basketball player, cheering on her friends and former teammates out there on the court. .144 and counting, shot clock at 8. This is Cranmer, and this one goes out of bounds. Last touched by one of the Eagles' defenders. 4 seconds to shoot. Brooks inbounds. And the turnaround almost went in from Nani Gray. .126 and counting. Eagles looking to get a little closer. Newton's three, no good, and rebounded by Lindsey Cranmer. And a slow walk across the midcourt stripe for Nani Gray. 1:10 left. Gray rushes up the right side of the court and gets the layup off the glass, but it did not go through. Veach rebounds. Another opportunity for the Eagles to pull a little bit closer. Green for three. It's good. 1 point lead now for the Suns, under a minute until halftime. Green now with 9, 2 threes, a deuce, and a free throw. 42 seconds, 18 on the shot clock. Nani Gray works the ball to the corner. Coakley now with possession at the TBC logo. 8 to shoot. Shot clock now at 5. A three-pointer, a little too strong. Rebounded by Green, and the Eagles have a chance to claim the lead before halftime. Trailing by 1, 16 left on the clock. 10 seconds, looking for a good opportunity, and a pass to Green, and behind Green. And again, like we saw at the end of the first quarter, the Suns have a chance to get up the court. 7.3 seconds. They converted on the buzzer-beating layup by Gray to end the first quarter and give them a 1 point lead. Now this time leading by 1 and trying to extend it before halftime. 5 seconds. Garcia fires off the three, off the rim, and rebounded by Veach. And so we go into halftime with the score: Johnson University of Florida 24, Trinity Baptist College 23, a seesaw affair. Each quarter has ended with a 1 point margin for Johnson. We'll take a 15-minute halftime intermission. We'll come back in about 12, recap the action so far, and look for more women's basketball here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Stay with us. Welcome back to Trinity Baptist College. I'm Ray Bureau and Brashawn Bradford, our cameraman tonight, and my son Dean, normally our cameraman, he's sitting in a calculus class right now, and as I've said before, I'm sure he'd much rather be working the camera here at TBC Eagles Athletics Basketball than trying to figure out derivatives and integrals and solving for X. Nevertheless, Brashawn doing a great job on the camera, and you see on the scoreboard the Suns lead by 1, 24-23, getting close to the end of the halftime intermission. Leading scorer on the court is Trinity Baptist's Jayla Green, who has a pair of threes plus a deuce and a free throw to lead everybody with 9 points. Trinity Sneed has a deuce, and the Eagles have hit 4 3-pointers, one each from Ebony Smith, Selena Perez, Tamara Brown, and Michelle Jones, in addition to Jayla Green's 2. So the Eagles are 5 out of 14. Nope, 5 out of 14. Ebony Smith's 3 points came in a deuce and a free throw, so a little misread there. So the Eagles are 5 for 14 from three-point land. They shot 27% in the first half. Johnson, 31% overall from the field, have made 3 of 6 free throw attempts and 3 out of 13 three-point shots. Thank you to Nathan Williams, our official scorekeeper over at the stats table, keeping us informed of what's going on. I keep track of the points and the fouls, but Nathan is doing everything over at the table, and he is fantastic at his job. For the Suns, 7 points from Megan Garcia leads the way. 5 each from Nani Gray and Thiaz Diaz. 4 points from Tia Brooks, 2 from Lindsey Cranmer, and Destiny Coakley has hit a free throw. Megan Garcia picked up 3 fouls in the first half, but other than that, only 3 more total for the Suns. Tamara Brooks has 2, and Nani Gray has 1. Eagles have won the rebounding battle so far, 20-16. And the Eagles, only 5 free throw attempts in the first quarter, and they have converted 2 of those. So you're up to date in case you missed anything in the first half as the Suns lead 24-23, and the halftime intermission winding down, and the third quarter ready to begin in just a moment. The possession arrow is with Trinity Baptist, so the Eagles will inbound, now going from the right to the left as we start the third quarter of play. Eagles in their traditional home whites in the final home game of the regular season. Johnson University has completed its home portion of the schedule and will visit Toccoa Falls and Trinity College next week, and the Eagles will be at Toccoa Falls and Bob Jones University at the end of next week. Third quarter underway. Long pass knocked away by Garcia. She wins the race to the ball and also draws the foul as Selena Perez comes up from underneath and picks up her first foul. That's team foul number 1, but credit Garcia with the defense, and it results in the foul against the Eagles. Suns lead by 1. They led 15-14 at the half, and both teams scored 9 points in the second quarter. 15-14 after the first quarter, that is. Third day in a row I'm doing doubleheader, so fatigue factor sets in for us as well. Garcia inside the arc, dishes it to the outside. A three-point shot is good. That was Nani Gray. She now has 8. That's her first 3, and the Suns match their biggest lead of the night so far at 4 points. It's 27-23. They led 24-20 just shortly before halftime. Perez has her shot blocked, and a foul, however, will be called against Tia Brooks. That's her first and team foul number 1, and Perez will go to the line for 2. Selena Perez on the season, limited pointers against Trinity College last weekend and scored 26 total points as the Eagles won that ball game. Gray. Suns lead by 4. 8:47 left to go in the third quarter. Still a lot of basketball to play. Jayla Green with the easy fast break after the steal and gets the layup. Gray lost her footing right as Green stole the ball, and that's Ebony Smith with the steal. I was writing down the basket from Gray. Didn't see the actual steal, but Smith got the layup, and we're tied at 27. And a whistle at midcourt. That one is going to be called against the Suns. Didn't see exactly whom the official called that foul on. We'll try to see if we can get that information from Nathan. We get a chance, but it's team foul number 1. Three-pointer for Perez. Missed wide, but Brown right there to put it back in for 2. Tamara Brown now with 5 points, and the Eagles lead 29-27. They have scored 6 in a row. Three-pointer for Garcia, a little bit too strong, rebounded by Perez. Green works it up the left side of the court, finds a wide open Ebony Smith. She goes underneath, the underhand layup, and an 8-0 run by the Eagles has put them up 31-27, and a timeout. The first timeout of the ball game called by either coach. With the score, Eagles 31, Suns 27. 7:37 left in the third quarter. And I'll pause here and be back in just a minute. Well, during the timeout, I was able to find out the foul called a moment ago was number 4 against Megan Garcia. Thank you, Nathan Williams, our official stats keeper over at the scorer's table. Suns will inbound, trailing 31-27, 7:37 left in the third quarter. Garcia has headed off to the sideline. I'm sure we'll see her again before too long, but she now has 4 fouls. Smith knocked the ball away from Gray, but Suns keep possession. 10 seconds to shoot. Turnaround jumper inside the arc. Off the rim from DeJesus, and the Eagles now could make it a 10-0 run as Smith pulls up. That one rejected by Nani Gray, saying nothing doing there for Smith. Eagles, though, do maintain possession. Juliana Whiting now onto the court for Johnson University, and Lindsey Cranmer will head off to make way. First appearance of the evening for Whiting. Eagles lead by 4 and have a chance to make it 6 or even 7. Perez takes it in the corner, goes inside, worked back around to the right side, and there's Brown. Turnaround off the glass, off the rim. Loose ball grabbed at the baseline by Brooks. 2-on-1 and a whistle. It's going to be an offensive foul against the Eagles, rather. Tamara Brown called for the hack. That is her first. It is team foul number 2. So each team has committed 2 fouls. Remember, teams are allowed 4. Any more than that, that's the bonus the rest of the quarter. Suns trail 31-27. Knocked away by Perez, but Gray picks it back up, keeps possession, works it back close to midcourt. Nani Gray hit the three-pointer to start the third quarter, and then the Eagles have scored 8 in a row. 4 seconds left. Pass inside to Brooks. Turnaround jumper off the glass. No good, and rebounded by Brown, and a foul. Looks like Juliana Whiting will pick up her first. That's the call. Team foul number 3, so one more to give for Johnson University. Ebony Smith brings it up court, hits Perez. Three-pointer, too strong. Loose ball near the baseline. Whiting is able to pick it up, but then she's stripped. However, that is DeJesus. Gray now bringing it up the left side of the court. A bounce pass to Whiting. There's a hard collision. Brown down, but right back up, and Michelle Jones comes away with the ball. Ebony Smith trying to get through 2 defenders, and she will draw the foul. That is number 3 on Tamara Brooks. Called for the push. Team foul number 4. So after the inbound, the Eagles are in the bonus for the rest of the quarter, which has 5:56 left to go. Trinity Sneed now checking in, and Brown, who hit the floor hard a moment ago at the other end, will head off to have a chance to recoup. She'll get a nice hand from Coach Judy Allen on the tough defensive play on the other side of the court. 5:56, clock now resumes. Eagles looking to extend the lead. Sneed off the glass, rebound by Jones, and no good. And a loose ball picked up off the floor. And the Suns keep possession as Gray finds Whiting all the way up the court. 2-on-1 defense, and Sneed almost comes away with the steal. Had a little trouble pulling the ball in, but she did keep it away from the cylinder. Ebony Smith down momentarily, but she gets all up, and everybody's all right. Good sportsmanship by both Smith and Whiting. Official's going to pause a moment, give chance to Ebony Smith to catch her breath. Left side of the court. That's a 2-point effort from Gray, just inside the college arc. Green picks it up off the floor, works it very quickly to the left corner. Sneed had her shot blocked. Gray got her hand on it, deflected it away, and the Suns now a chance to cut the deficit in half. Whiting's first shot of the ball game off the rim. Rebound Gray. She goes back up and lays it in. Great power move by Nani Gray. She averages 5.6 and already has 10. Not even, or just past the midway point of the third quarter, and Coach Judy will call a timeout for the Eagles. 4:46 left, 31-29, a full 60-second timeout. First one called by Trinity Baptist. Each coach has called only one full timeout. It is senior night here at Trinity Gymnasium. No seniors on the women's team, but a little bit later on in the evening, I believe at halftime, if I heard correctly, Coach John Jones, the men's basketball coach and athletic director here at Trinity Baptist College, will honor both Kenton Bibbs and Marquise Duncanson as they play their final home game for the TBC Eagles. Marquise has surpassed the 1,000-point mark. He did that a few games ago. I was honored to be able to be there for the call, and he's going to get even more kudos as he ends his college career, at least on the home court, 2 away games next week, and then hopefully a large number of playoff games as well. TBC leads by 2, 31-29. You saw the clock a moment ago. Brashawn Bradford working the camera for us tonight. 4:46 left in the third quarter. The Suns will send Coakley, Cranmer, Gray, Tia Brooks, and DeJesus onto the court. The Eagles have Smith, Green, Sneed, Newton, and Veach. Bounce pass to Sneed, turn around off the glass, and the basket is good. Second score of the night for Trinity Sneed, and the Eagles have their biggest lead of the night once again at 4, tying for what they had just a minute ago. Cranmer with the jumper, no good. Off the leg of Newton. Veach is right there on the baseline. Had to avoid stepping on that line. Brooks coming up from behind. Knocked it away from Beach, but she held on. Pass to Green, three-pointer, off the rim. Sneed rebounds, layup, no good, and the ball's out of bounds, and last touch by Jayla Green, so it is Suns ball. Substitution for Johnson will send Rachel Watts onto the court, and Thais De Jesus heads off. Hello to Miss Sonia Gray. Thank you for letting us know a little bit about the jersey numbers as well. So Coakley and Gray have switched jerseys, and we'll make that adjustment now as the Eagles are going to take possession. Thank you to Ms. Sonia Gray. Eagles lead by 4. Of course, next opportunity we'll adjust all the numbers for the two young ladies as well. That three-point effort by Veach misses to the right, goes out of bounds, and the Suns have a chance to cut it back down to 2 or maybe even 1. And there's a whistle called against the TBC Eagles. That'll be Sydney Veach with her second. 20 seconds will be put on the shot clock. Suns again, another opportunity to cut the deficit down. It's only 4 now. Still a lot of basketball left to play. Inside to Cranmer. Three-point shot, and this one's off the glass and out of bounds. It'll be Eagles basketball. Three minutes and 6 seconds left. That shot a little too short. Sneed is able to save it for the Eagles. Perez, second chance, bounce around and drops in. Selena Perez with her first deuce of the night. She has a total of 5, and the Eagles have their biggest lead of the night at 35-29, a 6-point margin. That's Cranmer with the shot. She gets it off the back of the rim and a drop in, and Lindsey Cranmer now with 4. Eagles still leading, though, 35-31, 2:18 and counting. Sneed turns around. This one does not go, and it's pulled in by Watts. And we're going to have a traveling violation called against Nani Gray. And a substitution for the Suns as the Eagles await the inbound. Tamara Brooks in. Lindsey Cranmer heads off. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left. Trinity Baptist leads by 4, 35-31. Worked inside to Newton. And back up top, Michelle Jones for 3. A little too strong. Loose ball. And grabbed by the Suns, and then a whistle against Melanie Newton, and that will be foul number 3 on Newton. Team foul number 4, so the Suns in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. Very quick ball work up court, and the layup is good for Tamara Brooks. Pulls the Suns to within 2 at 35-33. Newton for 3 off the rim. Tia Brooks pulls it in, works it up court, gets around Newton, finds help in the corner, 3-point shot off the rim. Second chance, no good. Watts with the rebound, and the layup ties the score. Rachel Watts with her first basket. It's a big one as it ties it up at 35. Eagles were leading by 6 a couple of moments ago, but Suns have scored the last 6 to tie it. Perez for 3, no good. Brooks pulls it in, and we're under a minute left in the third. Perez knocks this one away, and she's going to be called for reaching in. So Selena Perez picks up her second, and now at the line for 2 and a chance to give the Suns the lead, Tamara Brooks. First of 2 for Brooks, gives the Suns a 1-point lead. Tamara Brooks hits them both, and the Suns have scored 8 in a row to take the lead, 37-35. Perez, pass back inside to Smith. She'll draw the foul. We'll see which Suns player gets called. That will be number 4, if I have it correct, for Tamara Brooks. Ebony Smith at the line, and a timeout called by Coach Elliot Hernandez. With the score, 37-35 in favor of the Suns. Ebony Smith awaiting 2 free throws and a chance to tie it up with 39.7 seconds left. Back in just a minute. Ebony Smith at the line with a chance to tie it up if she converts both free throws. Number 1 is good. Oh man, we're off. Had a little technical glitch a moment ago. Smith made the first free throw, in case you missed it. Number 2 ties it up at 37. Ebony Smith now with 9. Thankfully, the little glitch we had a moment ago seems to be cleared up now. Great pass inside to Tia Brooks, and a layup puts the Suns back out in front by 2. 13 seconds left. Eagles playing for their Johnson University 39, Trinity Baptist 37. 10 minutes left, barring any overtime period, and we'll be back in just a bit. We've had an exciting basketball game through the first 3 quarters. The biggest lead for either team has been 6. And right now, Johnson leads 39-37, but Trinity will inbound to start off the 4th quarter. Hello to Miss Jenny Jones cheering on the TBC Eagles. Johnson, 15 points in the 3rd quarter. Trinity Baptist, 14. Eagles got off to a very hot start. They went on an 8-0 run after Johnson got a 3-pointer through, but they keep possession. Sneed trapped in the corner. The ball knocked away and out of bounds. Tia Brooks, though, kept the ball from getting inside, and the Eagles have to go more than half the court and get the shot off in 9 seconds. Try that again. Megan Garcia in. She's playing with 4 fouls. Here goes Smith. The chance to tie. No good. Had the wide open pull-up jumper, but it did not go through. That is Brooks being called for the offensive foul as Michelle Jones got her feet set in time. That is the first team foul of the 4th quarter. I believe it was Tia Brooks who got called for the charge. Now the officials, after discussing, are changing the call. So what that will do is put Tamara Brooks at the line for 2. She's hit both her opportunities so far tonight, and Michelle Jones gets called for her first foul. Brooks in the 3rd quarter converted 2 free throws. That broke a tie. Here's the first of these 2, putting her team up by 3. Brooks 43% on the season coming in, but she's hit 3 in a row, and this one does not go. It's a 3-point lead for Johnson, 40-37. Newton could tie it. A little bit too strong. Ball batted up in the air and pulled in by Destiny Coakley. Ball worked up to the top, stolen away, and then a foul. Tamara Brown knocked it away, drew the foul, and that's going against Coakley, and that'll be her first. Team foul number 1, so the Eagles will inbound with a chance to possibly tie with a 3-point play. Ebony Smith back at midcourt, finds Green to the right side. Green pulls inside the paint, and no good. Eagles have missed some layups their last few trips up the court with a chance to tie in a couple of those, and now a foul called against TBC. Jayla Green with her first, and team foul number 2. Rachel Watts back onto the court. Tamara Brooks will head off. And the Suns lead by 3 with 8:34 left to play, barring overtime. Don't be surprised the way this one's going if we do have 5 extra minutes. Outside the arc stands Tia Brooks with the ball, gets it inside, and a layup, no good. Smith with the rebound. Smith, pull-up jumper, and a basket, giving her 11, but more importantly, pulling the Eagles to within 1, and we have a collision underneath the basket. 2 Eagles down on the court. Smith gets up quickly. Melanie Newton takes a moment. She's all right, it looks like. That's good news, and the pull-up jumper from Ebony Smith pulls TBC to within 1, and everybody seems to be just fine. Ebony Smith now in double digits. Leading scorer on the court so far, Nani Gray has 10 for Johnson. Both teams have spread the scoring around very evenly throughout their roster. It's a 1-point lead for the Suns, 40-39, 8 minutes, 3 seconds left as the clock resumes. Garcia on the court playing with 4 fouls. Batted up in the air, into the hands of Green. Watts coming up from behind. Green lost possession, was able to pick it back up and get it to Newton. Coming from behind, Suns players work to the corner. Green for 3, off the glass, and rebounded by Coakley. Gray guarded at midcourt, gets across the timeline. Smith lost her footing, got back up. Now she's heading up the court. Takes the pass from Jones, and the ball stripped away. Rachel Watts with the defensive play. Watts then takes the pass and gets the layup to put her team back up by 3, and a whistle. Timeout called. Coach Allen of the Eagles calls for the full timeout. So if I have it right, Eagles have 2 fulls and 2 30s remaining, and the Suns have 3 fulls and 2 30s left. There you see the score, 42-39. Suns lead